Hey, we're done watching movies forever.
Now we never have to do anything you fuckers want us to do again.
Except the one we watched today. But you know what? I can handle one.
But that's for us.
But that's for us.
And that was our choice. That's our word.
It's our word. Is that what you're saying?
It's our word.
Oh, you throw a little H on that stank.
Yeah.
I like getting in there.
It's an our word.
It's a real hour. I'll say it for an hour. I'll be first in line to say that for an hour.
Absolutely.
Look, we got some breaking news. Will Smith is dead.
I would like to publicly state on this podcast, for the record,
on the news.
Let's hope on the news, because this is the news. Let's hope that I never get any form of famous or popular, so that this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. I wish that Will Smith had been strangled in the womb by his own umbilical cord. Okay, maybe that's a little harsh. I reserve that for James Corden. But
no one's going to get mad about
I have no sympathy at all for Will Smith. I really don't. You're a billionaire, one of the most recognizable figures in the world.
You're asympathetic.
You acted like a fucking child, and now you're all like, "Oh, I'll take whatever punishment you throw at my way because I deserve it because I acted irrationally because my wife's a beep."
That's true. She do be like that.
She do be like
that. So we're extrapolating given current information. Today's Friday. Have we already recorded the podcast today?
No.
Betcha.
Oh, we did?
What?
When was this?
This is Friday. We just did 3 hours of a WrestleMania preview that is happening in like 3 hours, exactly 3 hours from now. So if people put on the podcast the second we uploaded it, they'll be able to listen to it and it not be obsolete by the second WrestleMania starts.
But that this comes out
Monday, but I'm talking about for the past.
Oh, for the past. Oh, you're giving them a past.
This is what happened. So if they did that,
fast forward to Monday, listen to this. And then rewind back to Friday so you can listen to the Friday one before you miss it.
Listen to our preview show of a show that's already happened this past weekend.
And then we're going to do the WrestleMania recap in August. Didn't we do that one year? Or was that it must have been.
I think it was August. Yeah. I think we made it into the mid to late summer.
I think we were just very uninterested in doing it. Yeah. And we just kind of that was also when we weren't recording every week. We were doing once a month, kind of hey, you want to record something? Yeah, okay, sure.
But it is funny we even did it.
Yeah, I know.
It's August. Guess what? Here's a valid option. Not do it.
Yeah, and also we watched it that weekend.
We watched it live,
and it still took us.
We watched it live the first week of April.
It took us another 5 months,
and then we did a review 5 months later. You know what? Now I see in hindsight why we did it. It's very funny.
It is very funny. And I think there was a Dome Show review once that we did late. We did the review in
probably February
or
March,
maybe mid-March.
Yeah, and then the 2020, the COVID WrestleMania
didn't happen.
No, we did June.
We did June.
I believe our first
hangout,
our first reconvenience.
Reconvenience. Yeah, it sounds
reconvening.
Reconvenience.
None of that sounds right. What is the noun of when you convene?
Convening? We convened.
Is it a gerund? Is it?
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, you're out talking out loud.
I'm working it out. Yeah. I'm going to figure that. Give me half an hour. You vamp, okay? And go.
Will Smith is not care about white people.
You know what? You got him. So this is on Friday. We just the actual breaking news that we have on Friday. So old news to you, the listening public, is that Will Smith just voluntarily resigned from the Academy
of Motion Picture Sciences and Arts.
the
Arts and sciences.
a classic you can't fire me, I quit situation, because it was going to happen.
Oh, you're going to take my Oscar away? You can't take it away from me. I don't work here anymore.
Yeah, actually, I'm not even. Yeah, you can't even do it because the Oscar no longer works for you. The Oscar has also resigned.
I think it would
Academy.
be very funny if they did take it away from him. I don't think they will. I think if they didn't take it away right away,
take it away from him.
If they didn't take it away from him right away, they're not going to take it away from him. But I do like the threat.
I love the threat. I wish it was more than the threat.
But
honestly.
I also saw very funny things on Twitter about, like, you know, the Academy coming out with statements of like, we do not approve of any form of violence or harassment, bullying, blah, blah, blah. And then the next one was just like a picture of Roman Polanski, a picture of Woody Allen, a picture of Harvey Weinstein, a picture of Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
A picture.
And then that cinematographer who got banned from the Academy for fucking a kid.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to remember his name.
No, me neither.
Or like a picture of Bryan Singer, and then a picture of his boat, and then a picture of the GPS coordinates that are just outside U.S. waters, so that's where the boat is.
Just off the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Little St. James is for sale.
Sick.
Like legit for sale.
Who owns it, though?
I don't know. I assume like a real estate company. But
But how do they get it? If
connections,
Oh, okay.
Drew. You get it through connections.
I gotcha.
But we can buy it.
For how much? $11 billion.
It's for an island. It's less than you think. I guess it's
for the most beautiful island in the world.
Yeah, but I
It's
guess
less than you think.
it is. I mean, we have established it is the most beautiful.
It is the most beautiful island in the world. No other island has ever been that beautiful.
Little St. James for sale. Jeffrey Epstein's estate lists his private islands for sale. 2 private islands that were owned by the late Jeffrey Epstein have been listed for $125 million US.
Yeah, but you only want the good one. You don't want the other one.
I was going to say, I'll take the one.
Can I pay half for the good one? Or do I have to buy both and keep the shitty one?
I mean, I assume the other one is Big St. James.
Yeah.
So
I want the one where the cool stuff happens.
I don't even need the big one.
I want the cathedral. I want the underground bunkers.
Playroom.
The playroom.
The McDonald's play place.
McDonald's play place. Yeah.
Underneath the temple. The scary owl statue. All the hits. Yeah, if big and small are 125, give me small for 50.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Epstein, a disgraced financier
disgraced.
who used his wealth and connections to operate a child sex trafficking ring for the rich and powerful, died of an apparent suicide in a New York detention center while awaiting trial. I guess I appreciate the apparent, but I'm still mad at it.
Yeah. Scott, I got bad news. You gotta pause the podcast.
That fast?
Yeah, I'm gonna crap my pants.
Just like 1 minute. And we're back.
Oh my God. That was emergency. Burgoo is poison. It's people.
You're saying that about official sponsor of the podcast, Burgoo Restaurants.
Burgoo Restaurants.
Local 3-location Vancouver chain.
3 or 4. Maybe
I'll give you 4. I know one's gone.
Yeah. The one on off Davie is still there?
Ooh, is there one off Davie?
Yeah.
This is local Vancouver geography talk. The one on 4th is gone.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Here she comes. Right into the mic.
I paused it. I needed it. Burrard Street, Main Street, 10th Ave.
Yeah.
And one in North Vancouver at Lonsdale.
I'll allow it. So 4. Yeah, they're a soup and sandwich establishment, but like
I believe they're a bistro, technically.
They are a bistro, yeah, like a higher end soup and sandwich.
Very high end. Very high.
We ate all of their food.
Yep.
And one of us can handle our liquor better than the other. And by liquor, I mean soup and sandwich.
Yep.
And I believe 7 minutes into this podcast, Drew could take no more. And it was a full butt explosion.
I have a low butt tolerance.
You have low T.
Low T. I'm low on T.
and butt tolerance. I have seen your butt do some very intolerant things. What were we talking about? Okay, so
the coolest island in the world.
We think we can buy Little St. James for $50 million. So, look, I'll say right now, anyone who donates $50 or over toward the $50 million. So, if 1 million of you donate $50,
okay, all million of our listeners,
if my math is correct, yeah, I think it is. Anyone who donates $50 or more gets to visit the island whenever they want. That seems fair, right? And you can do whatever you want. And it's the U.S. Virgin Islands. You don't need a passport to get there.
That's very true.
Hop on a plane. It's like flying to Arkansas. The number 2
coolest island in the world.
Pedophile capital of the United States, because that's where the Clinton crime family's from.
Of course. Of course.
But instead
with their founding father, Frank Langella.
Of course. So instead of flying to Little Rock, Arkansas to party with Bill and Hill.
Bill and Hill.
You can fly to the under new management Little St. James.
Yeah.
Care of Scott and Drew.
Where there will be almost zero sex with children. Almost.
We're going to have the little, a big sign on the side of the island with a counter. 3 days since sex with a child happened. 3 days without an on-the-job child fucking. OSHA's in on it. So yeah, $50 minimum to paypal.me/NotScottHansen. And also, I don't know if you heard our bonus episode on Friday. My car is, I believe, still on fire from last week, and I don't see that changing anytime. So you give the money, I get a new car, and we get a new island. And you know what? I'll give Drew some rides in my car too. So that's really something for both of us also. And then everybody wins, right? Zero downside?
Yeah.
Zero downside.
Get a car, get rides, get an island, maybe molest the kids, but maybe not. However, this is going to be a real zoo situation.
We're going to get fucked by a horse?
Or you can come and fuck a horse. Or get fucked by a horse.
Okay.
The options are unlimited.
Horse. It's our island.
Tapir.
Tapir is your second pick. That's specific.
Maybe a duck.
I mean, I feel like a tapir could do some weird shit with that nose.
It's also got a bendy penis. Have you ever seen one?
Oh, I think it's come up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We watched it once like a long time ago.
Yeah. Early podcast classics. Tapir penis.
Tapir penis.
What's interesting is the penis tapers off at the end. So that's the island talk. So the Will Smith thing, we had the breaking news on Friday. It's now Monday. So extrapolating from what's gone on today, we're assuming he's going to be dead by Monday. That's the call.
Can hope. A girl can dream.
Yeah, I'm Cosmo Kramer. This is Mad Money, and my pay is you want to short sell Will Smith right now.
Short sell, yeah. Get out while the getting's good.
Because that stock is only going down. So that's my pick. If I had some dumb sound effects, if I had a big air horn, then that would be happening right now. Pretend, I guess Cosmo Kramer on Mad Money, like all his sound effects would just be screaming the N-word. So that'd be pretty cool. What other news you got? Oh, how could I forget? It's time for Scooby Talk.
It's time for Scoob Talk.
So, I don't know if you all listened to our 25 hours covering 46 movies the last 5 weeks, because we did take a little break because enough was enough for a minute.
We deserved it.
That's why it was 5 and not 4. Everybody got what they paid for. Stop your whining. In fact, the longer you waited, the more we talked.
Yep, that's true.
Because we got progressively worse at our jobs week by week, which is almost almost impressive.
I think these podcasts would go a lot shorter and be a lot better if we saw each other more than once a week.
We do sort of get everything.
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Like, we got like a week's worth of like jokes, racism, homophobic stuff, and then on top of that, also gay stuff,
A lot of gay stuff.
Wrestling stuff, movie stuff, just everything in our lives.
Yeah.
We only have one day to get it out.
Yeah, you need to quit your job.
Sure.
You need to quit your job.
I need to quit the best job I've had.
You need to quit the best job you've had, and you need to make me your girlfriend.
Oh, deal. But what would your husband think? And what would your husband's boyfriend think?
Yeah, there's a lot of
A real complicated situation here. Layers on layers on layers.
fingers and a lot of pies. Yeah, we'd work it out. I mean, look, if Will and Jada can make it work, then
So
there's
you're Jada, because you're having sex with multiple.
yeah, I'm the one with multiple partners.
Yeah, so I'm Will. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And does that mean that Seb is
Sebastian is Willow.
Will? Oh, because he whips his hair back and forth.
Exactly. and I don't hate Willow as much.
And Jaden's dead.
Jaden's dead.
Jaden's dead.
And then I guess Adam is one of Jaden's friends that Jada fucks. And then Adam's boyfriend is one of
Jaden's
friends' boyfriends. Well, we fit all the pieces together.
Yeah,
so
all the pieces fit. Round peg, round hole. Some of those pieces are bigger and blacker, but
good Chris Rock album.
yeah.
Yeah. Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as good as that's going to get.
So after watching Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters United,
Oh no, you're getting way ahead of yourself. So yeah, so we watched Scooby-Doo 1.
Oh, yeah.
2002 for all those fucking movies we watched. It is now erased from my memory, as is every movie we watched. I think Millennium Actress was good. That's it. That's all I got. That's my takeaway from 46 movies.
Jinro,
also good. Just give me sad
Kung
anime.
Fu Hustle.
True. Way to go, East Asia.
Way to go, guys. You did it.
And the rest
one
of it.
thing you got right.
Yeah.
I guess all Japan. And China.
Kung Fu China.
John China. Okay, yeah. So anyways, after erasing it from your memory that we watched it.
Yeah. But what is in my memory is you saying you were going to have a real Scooby night.
I did.
You were going to, because James Gunn's involvement in Scooby-Doo 1 got you all excited.
Yeah, and I kind of forgot that there was actually a second one until I rewatched the first one and then was like, oh
there's more of this.
There's another one.
Yeah. So.
And then Scoob is an actual animated one that came out 2020.
Yeah.
During COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you were gonna get all the Scooby.
I was gonna get Scooby with
it. Yeah, and so what were your findings?
Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters United sucks. It's way more of a kids movie. The jokes are bad,
which is interesting because Scooby 1 is co-written by Gunn and another person, and I think 2 is just all Gunn.
But I feel like it reeks of studio interference.
From what you said to me, yeah.
Also filmed in Vancouver.
Okay.
Or at least part of it was filmed in Vancouver. The establishing shot at the beginning is the Cole Harbor Stanley Park area. So
okay.
But yeah, it is more of a kids movie. They make Velma have like Linda Cardellini, who's gorgeous.
Linda Cuntalini. We were chastised for saying literally every for commenting on the hotness of literally every cast member except Sarah Michelle Gellar, the hottest one. But my response was like, it's too obvious.
I also don't think she's that hot.
I think she's pretty hot.
I think she's fine. I wouldn't kick her out of bed, but I also wouldn't have.
Do you
her
think
the
Linda
first
Cardellini
choice.
is hotter than Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I do.
I think Matthew Lillard is hotter than Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Obviously Matthew Lillard is.
I think Rowan Atkinson, after they found him in the cellar, is more attractive than Sarah Michelle
Rowan
Gellar.
Atkinson as 2005
Scott Henson.
Saddam Hussein. I look great.
You don't smell great.
I do smell great.
Oh.
I smell like lime and sage.
Oh, okay. And cum.
Okay. And look, there's going to be a little
There's
cum.
residuals. There's everywhere.
Look, it's not all getting out in one wash. Also, let's say for the sake of argument, I had one wash.
I don't want to talk anymore. That's the end of the podcast.
That's a multi-washer.
No, I don't know. Yeah, Linda Carlini is just way more of my type than Sarah Michelle Gellar. So
that's fair.
So they made Velma have like her stupid cartoon voice, like the kind of nasally nerdy, like so
a real high up there.
So now instead of her doing her regular voice like she did in the first movie, she's got to do this annoying voice the entire movie. The CGI was better.
Yep. What year was it? Is it like 06?
Yeah, something like that. 04, 05, 06.
I got you.
I think the first one
covered.
02?
First one was 02.
02, 04, 02, 05?
04. Only a mere 2 years later.
And also from the corrections department, my instructor at film school actually didn't work on the first one. He worked on the second one.
The good one.
But yeah, it's definitely more of a kid's movie. Like the jokes aren't really there from like an adult standpoint.
Let me ask you this.
The action isn't very good.
How long was the longest farting scene?
0.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
I don't believe there was any fart scenes. Sarah Michelle Gellar's face was not in a dog ass. There was an
Then how do I even know she's a white woman?
I don't know. There was an extended CGI dance number involving Scooby-Doo dressed as a
pretty lady,
like a black guy, like a disco black guy.
Afro,
big ass afro, lime green jumpsuit, dancing with a group of bad guys who didn't know he was a dog.
Of course.
And then, it just like it fell really short on the comedy, and the bad guy suit looked pretty good, but it wasn't quite as good as the flying ghost in the first one.
Yeah.
The bad guy was Tim Blake Nelson, wearing a mask of Alicia Silverstone, wearing a mask of like the bad guy thing,
monster,
the monster ghost thing. But yeah, it was not that good. And then Scoob! !
Yep.
Featuring a different cast voicing the gang.
Yeah, we had a Will Forte.
Will Forte as Shaggy. Zac Efron as Fred. Women as Velma and Daphne.
Women.
I couldn't tell you who. The superhero-y character guy who is Marky Mark. Don't ask him why he spent 48 days in a Boston jail.
No more questions.
No more questions.
It is never not rewarding to tell someone that for the first time.
I agree.
To be there when someone learns that.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. Did you not know that Mark Wahlberg
hate crimed a Vietnamese man?
He blinded a Vietnamese man before he was famous and went to jail.
Yeah.
And no one ever talks about it.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's pretty
every
great.
time. Like it doesn't even diminish.
Nope.
It's every time is like the first time.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Feels like the first
It feels like the first time.
Scoob, yeah. So it's an animated one, and it is...
You want the cast?
I would just like the cast of the women, because I don't care about them.
Forte Shaggy.
Yeah.
Efron as himself as Fred Jones.
Yep.
Gina Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
As young Miss Velma. Who's... from whence do I know
Annihilation, perhaps. Okay. I believe she might have been... nerd.
They tried to make her a big thing for a minute.
Miss Bala.
They tried to, and that was going to be like a big launching pad for her.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. Because the budget was $15 million and the box office was $15.4 million.
Ooh, they made 0.4.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Oh.
Because I think there's advertising.
Bigger flop, Miss Bala or Columbiana?
Oh, I forgot that was a movie.
Yeah.
But it was a movie.
It was Zoe Saldana.
I was going to say, was that also Gina Rodriguez or a Gina Rodriguez type?
I think Gina Rodriguez is very hot. But surprise, surprise, she's up
I never would have thought you would have thought that, Drew.
And I used to think Zoe Saldana was hot, but now that she's a little bit older, I'm not as interested in her.
I think I like Zoe Saldana more than Gina Rodriguez because Gina Rodriguez reminds me of America Ferrera.
No, America Ferrera is way uglier.
Who is Ugly Betty, and I don't like ugly.
No, she's uglier than Gina Rodriguez. For sure, she's uglier than Gina Rodriguez.
No, Gina Rodriguez is a better case America Ferrera, but she still reminds me too much of America Ferrera.
Okay.
That's my truth.
Okay. Who's the other voice?
Amanda Seyfried, noted haver of two big eyes, as Daphne Blake.
Yeah.
I always kind of wonder, are Amanda Seyfried, Emma Stone, like Olivia Wilde, are they good actresses, or do they just have giant far apart eyes? Because I think at the point we started conflating the two.
Alien eyes. I think it's just alien eyes.
Yeah. Like, is there any evidence they're good actresses?
Have you ever seen
The Rain?
Oh, I'm not going to remember what it's called.
Have you ever seen season 1 of
Dear John?
Season 1 of Veronica Mars? Because Amanda Seyfried's the dead girl on that.
Spoiler alert.
I don't think it's a spoiler. She's dead. Like, she's dead before it starts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so in Scoob, it is established that we get the answer of the folklore behind the name Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Because we had hypothesized after the first movie.
It seemed like in the first one, Scooby snacks were a known thing outside of Scooby's immediate circle.
Yeah.
Which was news to me.
Yes.
I thought it was literally weed edibles that they fed Scooby.
And they called them Scooby
because
snacks.
he's a dog junkie.
Yeah.
That's a dog who is a junkie, not like, say, I don't know, a white woman who is a junkie for dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, she's addicted to canine penis.
Addicted to dog dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So according to the canon of Scoob, the Scooby snacks existed first.
Yeah.
And Scooby is in fact named after them.
Because it was a Kaiser Soze situation.
It was a Kaiser Soze situation of he's a stray dog and Shaggy's a nerd who has no friends. There's a police officer chasing Scooby, and then he lands on Shaggy's lap and says, "Oh yeah, this is my dog." Oh really? What's his name? And he goes, Scooby. And then he goes, "What's his middle name?" Doobie. What's his last name? Do. Yeah, well, he's got a middle name, so he must be your dog.
Checks out.
So. Yeah, we finally got answers to the questions that were burning in our brains.
Snacks predate dog.
Yeah.
The soundtrack for Scooby-Doo 2, released on compact disc and cassette tape.
Sick.
In 2004.
Well.
A little late for cassettes. Is fucking sick.
Okay. I don't remember it, even though I literally just watched it.
We got, is this an original by Simple Plan? It's literally so Simple Plan recorded the song for the movie.
Sick.
Then you get You Get What You Give by the New Radicals. Great song.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
You get a little Rockefeller Skank by Fatboy Slim. You get a little Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger.
I don't remember hearing that in the movie, so maybe it's just on the soundtrack.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, I know the song.
Oh.
I'm saying I don't remember hearing it in the movie.
I kind of just wanted to sing the song in meows.
Okay.
That wasn't for you.
Oh, okay.
You got a little Get Ready for This by 2 Unlimited. Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
Yeah.
Love Shack by the B-52s. A song I Don't Know by Puffy Amiyumi. A fun, really like ahead of ahead of the crowd, ahead of the class, ahead of the curve. That's the word. J-pop. And of course, what I assume is a cover of Shining Star by American Idol winner Ruben Studdard.
Yeah.
Season 2, baby.
I believe that was the song.
Tell me it was performed live by Ruben Studdard.
No, I wish there was another live performance in a Scooby-Doo movie, but no.
Damn.
I think that's the song that the animated Scooby dressed as a black man dancing with a gang full of bad guys is. Yeah.
I would have assumed that would have been Play Then Fuck You Music.
No, because he's not a white boy. He's a black dog or a brown dog, but
it's a
brown dog playing a black man.
Brown dog as black man. That's fair. I'll give you that one. Canceled theatrical sequel.
A third?
This is, ladies and gentlemen, the news. In October 2002, during the filming of Scooby-Doo 2, Warner Brothers approved production of a third film. Dan Foreman and Paul Foley were hired to write the script for Scooby-Doo 3. In August 2004, Matthew Lillard said in an interview that the third Scooby-Doo film was canceled because the second had not done as well as expected, which he attributed to Warner Brothers releasing it at an inappropriate time during 9/11.
It was too soon after 9/11 for Scooby-Doo 2.
Yeah, they weren't ready. In a 2019 interview, James Gunn revealed that he was set to write and direct the film, but the film did not happen due to financial disappointment of the previous film, stating, although it did well, it didn't do well enough to warrant a third, so the movie was never made. Gunn tweeted the plot for the canceled film was that the Mystery Incorporated gang are hired by a town in Scotland who complain they are being plagued by monsters, but we discover throughout the film that the monsters are actually the victims.
Oh,
cool.
Okay.
Scooby and Shaggy have to come to terms with their own prejudices and narrow belief systems. On March... Drew, I have some real the news.
Real the news?
On March 31st,
so yesterday,
spoilers, this is being taped on Friday. We have already told you that. Are you even paying attention? On March 31st, 2022, Freddie Prinze Jr. announced a third film is in production. Now, am I saying that we are solely responsible for this movie getting made? No, that would be arrogant. Are we mostly responsible for this movie getting made? Absolutely.
I will take 75% responsibility.
I'll give you 75. I'll give you 75 all day. Happy to do it.
No way. Come on. What? Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
What do you got?
I think we've been pranked.
No.
I think it was an April Fool's prank.
A day early April Fool's?
Although this does say, according to sources, James Gunn is in the process of making a third Scooby-Doo live action movie. All right. Well, I mean, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, can't fool me again.
Can't shoot the shooter.
But there is somebody made a fake poster for it. So
I do like a fake poster. Is Scooby's dick out?
No, it's this.
Okay.
But man, all right. Well, are we like the biggest Scooby-Doo fans in the world now?
I think we are. The financials of Scooby-Doo 2 are interesting. It made $181 million.
Okay, that's pretty good, actually.
It's very good. The budget is
$290 million.
The most expensive movie ever made. The budget is $25 million to $80 million.
Oh, I was gonna say, or
yeah, that's a big
gap.
It was either $25 million or more than 3 times that. We're not sure. We shot the movie for $25 and then we spent $55 million on advertising.
Very possible.
No.
Oh.
That seems like too much.
Huh.
Normally you don't spend double and then some the entire movie's budget.
You don't know that.
You know what?
Reshoots and distribution and covering up the dog's real boner that it wouldn't stop getting.
That's true. They
was too excited about being filmed.
They had to go back frame by frame.
Yeah.
And digitally remove the dog boner. So there's your news, folks.
Wow. Breaking news for even us.
It is exciting when we find out the news on the news.
The news?
You really don't have that on actual news shows where the newscasters are as surprised as you.
Are learning the news.
Like, oh, this is interesting. Check this out, the world. Freddie
Prinze Jr.
I'm more of a senior man myself.
Dead
young, right?
Like relatively young, I think
really young. I think he died when he was 12 and he had Freddie, he had Freddie Jr. when he was 10. That's
I think it's funny that he still tweets at wrestlers. Because he tweeted at Shane Helms, tweeted at Kevin Owens.
Once a fan, always a fan. How old do you think Senior was when he died?
31.
He shot himself in the head at age 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not only did he die young, but he had him young.
Yeah. Yeah. Freddie was already 10.
Wow. That's insane.
That's not true. But
that is insane.
That is untrue. But yeah, wowzers. That is something. The star of NBC sitcom Chico and the Man.
Yep. Was he Chico or was he the Man?
Which one do you think Freddie Prinze Jr. was?
The Man.
No.
He's Becky Lynch.
Idiot. I'm pretty sure he was Chico. Unless I'm
a racist?
Wildly out of line. Tell me what his name was.
Oh my God. What are you struggling with?
How could it be this hard? It stars Jack Albertson as Ed Brown, the Man. And of course, Freddie Prinze Sr. until Prinze's suicide in the third season. Thanks for ruining the show. As Chico selfish. Chico Rodriguez, an upbeat, optimistic young Mexican who comes in looking for a job. Did they replace him?
Is he Mexican?
Oh, Freddie Sr.'s hella Mexican.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming like Prince isn't his real last name?
Check out Fred Sr. That's a Mexican man.
Prince his real last name?
It's not his real last name, but his real last name is German.
Oh.
So you could guess
Freddie Hitler Sr.?
Yeah, Freddie Adolf Karl Prutzel, Pruetzel.
Okay.
So I bet he was born in 1954, so his parents probably got to Mexico, I'm going to say like exactly 9 years earlier, and settled down in Ciudad Juarez. and started a new life and had young Freddie Jr. And then little while later, he blew his goddamn brains out. That's an interesting story, Freddie Sr., but I like what I see.
Can I, not to get off topic, I was on James Gunn's Twitter trying to see if he had said anything formally about it. Doesn't look like there is anything. You know what is a trend that I wish would die? Remember the video?
Women.
That's a group of people, not a trend.
Oh, I thought it was more of a fad that had of run most of its course by now.
Maybe.
Okay.
You know the video that is the thing that makes Kelly the most angry?
The View. No, that's me. Sorry. Yeah. Yes.
Which is?
I don't know.
What's the thing
I was bluffing?
What's the thing that every now and then I send to Kelly to make him mad? But it also makes you and I mad too.
You and I?
You and I mad. The Adam Cole wedding video.
Oh, of course. The NXT themed wedding.
Yeah. The thing that needs to die very quickly because
weddings is
heterosexuality. People have started to do the intro dance from Peacemaker as their wedding intros. Of course
they have. Why wouldn't they?
And that needs to die.
Of course
now.
they have.
Right fucking now.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, that's the Scooby Talk wrap up.
I'm just checking Freddie. Damn, Freddie Jr. makes a lot of tweets, period. 2, a lot of wrestling tweets.
Yeah. Well, he did work there for like 8 years.
A while. Yeah. I was just looking for anything Scooby related, but nothing on April 1st. So until I hear differently, Scooby 3, not an April Fool's.
Scooby 3 happening.
Even though we are literally recording this on April Fool's. But the news is from yesterday, which was not April Fool's.
Funny story. This whole podcast is the fool.
This is an April Fool. Did we get you?
We got you.
I think we got you.
Got you, bitch.
Now, the last canon episode we did of The Worst Year of Our Lives Season 4 was 1990's Reversal of Fortune.
That seems like
how
8 years ago.
Fucking long ago does that movie feel?
It feels like forever ago.
I was a different person.
You were still a minor.
I was 1, a minor.
Yeah.
2, a motorist.
Yes.
Neither of which I am currently. So I don't even know. I will be approaching this from a much different place in my life. So we're like, who is the star of Reversal of Fortune? And without missing a beat, we said in unison, of course, Christine Baranski. And we're like, what is Christine Baranski's best movie? Answer Bowfinger. But second best, Bulworth. And that's what brought us here. Were you? Yeah, I wish if we had unisoned Bowfinger, that would have been sick.
I was just trying to copy you because I thought it was a gag.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not so stupid that I don't know the difference between Bulworth and Bowfinger.
She's in Bowfinger.
Yeah, but I thought you were trying to say Bulworth.
No, but Bowfinger is legitimately the best movie she's in. I love Bowfinger.
The Grinch. I don't know. That was the only other movie I could think of that she's in.
What sitcom was she in?
Just Shoot Me.
No, it seems like she was, but she wasn't. That was Wendy Malick, the other Christine Baranski. Also, BoJack's mom.
Let's see. We go.
Was she in like a Veronica's Closet situation?
Just Shoot Me.
Are you just saying that?
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't care. Young Sheldon.
No.
Big Bang Theory.
No, she was like a secondary cast.
Something before. I gotcha. I know what you're saying. I'm just trying to be a fuck face.
Doesn't sound like you.
Oh, she was in 3 episodes of Ugly Betty, your favorite.
Always back to America Ferrera, the bane of my fucking existence.
P.S. Her best movie is Welcome to Mooseport.
Gene Hackman's retirement movie.
Yep, made him quit acting.
I like that.
Sybil. She was in Sybil.
No. Although she was in 87 episodes of Sybil. I think
3 episodes of Law and Order.
I think what I'm thinking of is the half-season wonder Welcome to New York, starring her and Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, okay.
From the year 2000. A simpler time when we were only a little bit scared of Arabs.
Yeah.
And not really scared
not
of
any
Arabs.
more than normal.
But now I don't think we're...
Now we're kind of back around to like not as much.
I'd say would you say we're back to pre 9/11 fear of Arabs?
No, I think it's a little bit more.
A little higher?
But
it's gone down. It's been steadily down since, let's say, fall 2001.
It peaked.
Yeah.
And then it was just
steady down for 20 years.
It was like one pebble over the course of time due to wind and rain, just sort of like rolling down a mountain. And
exactly.
We're almost at the riverbed now.
Yeah. And despite not being Wendy Malick, Christine Baranski was also on BoJack Horseman.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 episodes as Amanda Hannity.
Okay.
Well, now I guess I got to go to the BoJack Horseman wiki to find out who Amanda Hannity is.
Is that a fake Sean Hannity?
That's my guess, but let's find out as a team. Bojack, Amanda, Handy.
News.
Oh, she's the...
she's dead.
She's a manatee. Amanda Hannity, the manatee. And she's like someone... Oh, she's the editor-in-chief at Manatee Fair.
Oh, okay.
It was just one appearance in season 2 and one appearance later.
Too many manatee puns. Doesn't work. One at a time.
Amanda Hannity, the editor-in-chief of Manatee Fair. It's a lot.
It's too many manatees.
It's a lot going on. Yeah. One season 2 appearance, one season 6 appearance.
Okay.
But all the people who are like Christine Baranski have made an appearance at least on BoJack Horseman. But we watched Bulworth, and why did we watch Bulworth, you ask? The answer is so we can watch Dick Tracy next week. Because
I like doing a podcast where we're like, okay, we're not gonna like look ahead. Like we'll just watch the movie, and then as we watch the movie, we'll just pick. But then we're like, well, we have to get to Dick Tracy. So how do we get to Dick Tracy? And
reverse engineer it, baby.
I just dug through every actress that was in it, and was like, Chrissy Baranski, done.
This will do it. So we got 1998's Bulworth, which, speaking of sick soundtracks, might have a sicker soundtrack than Scooby-Doo 2. Bulworth. Oh, it's got its own Wikipedia, the soundtrack.
Oh, sick. Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Did I absolutely own it on compact disc?
Yes,
You bet your
did.
ass I did. What do we got? We got Zoom by Dre and LL Cool J, the iconic Ghetto Superstar by Praz, ODB, and Maya. What else we got? Oh, we've got Bulworth, in brackets, They Talk About It While We Live It, performed by Method Man, KRS-One, Prodigy, and Cam.
Sick.
Lots going on there.
Prodigy, like Prodigy?
I don't think...
Or a rapper named
I don't
Prodigy.
think the Prodigy. I think rapper Prodigy.
Oh, that would be wild.
Yeah, no, it's rapper Prodigy. Did he die before age 50? The answer is yes.
Oh, I know. Sorry. I do, before we get too deep into Bulworth, I had one missed joke that I wanted to make about Cliffhanger.
Hit it.
I wrote it down. It was in my notes, and I guess I just like skipped over because we were talking, and it was like 4 hours.
Yeah, I end up skipping notes too. Never on purpose.
At the end, during the climax, when he takes the hook from the helicopter and connects it to the ladder that hangs down the cliff,
Yep.
and then the helicopter hits that and falls down, and then Stallone and Lithgow fight on top of the upside down helicopter.
Yep.
When the ladder thing swings down with Stallone attached to it, and he hits the wall, all I could think about was that Fox special with Dennis Rodman where he jumped the car off the cliff, and then while he was hanging like suspended by the harness and was like, yeah, woo, yeah, and then oh fuck, and he swung into the side of the cliff and got knocked unconscious. That's all I could think about when I saw that.
And if y'all don't know what the hell we're talking about, you need to watch some late 90s, early 2000s Fox.
Yeah. The trashiest things on television.
Yeah. All the networks now are sort of uniform and sanitary, but it didn't always used to be that way. There used to be 3 regular networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, ABC, NBC, CBS. And then a 4th one came along, Fox. And they're like, how can we be different? And the answer was The Simpsons and trash.
If you go to YouTube and you just search Dennis Rodman knocked out, it's the first video that comes up.
Yeah.
It was 14 years ago that happened.
Damn, so not even late 90s, early 2000s. We're talking mid to late 2000s.
Yeah.
Way to go, Fox.
And
before that, it was nothing but like the world's gayest police chases was like 3 hours of primetime programming every night on
and
Fox.
like Cops was on for like 6 hours a night.
Yeah.
And did my dad watch every hour of it? Yes, he did.
Hell yeah, he did. He's getting ready for when he was going to be on it.
Or he just wanted to see a bunch of ethnics get busted.
Get busted on.
Oh yeah.
That's a different show. That's not
a different
Cops.
show. That's a showcase show. That's Oz.
But yeah, damn, I do remember the Rodman thing. It is, I maybe saw it live.
Mm-hmm. I think I did too.
Haven't.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, no.
Fuck! Boom.
Oh, so fucking good.
Quite the oversight about not making the harness swing back to the cliff face.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're not going to remember everything.
I guess not. I guess safety isn't a high priority.
No, not at all. Any other bangers on the soundtrack? Not a ton of like singles, but tons of star power. The only other like real songs I know are that cover of Freak Out by Nutta Butta. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And Joints and Jams by pre-sellout Black Eyed Peas.
Sick.
Actual good song.
Before they got that bitch?
Before they got that bitch. And before they got retarded. That's the name of the song. I can say it. Come on. But then besides that, you got random songs by Cannabis, RZA, Eve, Mac 10, Ice Cube, Capadonna, Be Real from Cypress Hill, Public Enemy, and of course, D-Fine, who doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
Ice Cube, whose black card we're taking away and giving to Will Smith.
Ice Cube, whose black card we're taking and giving to current Black Eyed Peas. That's how disappointed we are with Ice Cube.
The biggest sellout.
That's actually cool. The two biggest sellouts of all time are on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
If only they had collabed. Ooh. Ice Cube, Black Eyed Peas collab. Come on. Nos. That's not Ice Cube. Don't. Okay, can we agree that Google is racist? I type in Ice Cube, Black Eyed Peas collab. They're like,
did you mean
Black Eyed Peas and Nas? What do you think about that? I'm like, I don't think about that. That's not what I was asking.
You know,
for.
Ice Cube and Nas are the same person, right? That's what Google's trying to tell you. Just type in "why do black people" and it's going to give you a lot of autofill.
I'm going to go ahead and not type in "why do black people."
But you don't push enter; it just autofills for you.
No, I know.
And then you could read them out loud on the podcast.
I don't want to be disappointed in Google.
You should be. You should want to be disappointed in what Google's trying to do to you.
What is Google trying to do to me? I'm just writing down. You know, Ice Cube and Nas are the same person, right?
Is that the description of the video?
Yeah.
Google, you know that Ice Cube and Nas are not the same person, right? You should. No, never mind.
Did cooler heads prevail on whatever was going on there?
Yep.
So, Bulworth, directed by Oscar winner ? Warren Beatty?
Yep.
Must have, right?
Yep.
Something for what? A Reds, a Bugsy, Dick Tracy?
I think a Bugsy.
Warren Beatty, noted.
Warren beat me offy.
Noted good Oscar presenter.
Yep, knows how to read.
Well, here's the thing.
Reading's hard.
He's old and reading's hard, but
he won he was nominated for an Oscar for Bulworth for screenwriting. He was nominated for Bugsy for Best Picture and Best Actor in a Leading Role. He was nominated for Best Director. Oh, he won Best Director for Reds.
Yeah, along with nominated for Screenplay, Actor, Picture.
And then he was nominated director for Best Picture, Actor in a Leading Role, Directing, and Writing for Heaven Can Wait.
Damn, he had two.
And he was nominated for Best Writer for Shampoo.
Yeah.
Best Picture and Best Actor in a Leading Role for Bonnie and Clyde.
So he had 2 4-nomination years.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
How many of those did he win?
1.
Exactly.
1 for 8.
1 out of 8.
What's that about? 12.5%?
Oh, yeah.
Checks out.
Checks out.
That's a lot of nominations for, and that's not for the movie. Like, lots of movies got 4 nominations. That's 4 for Warren Beatty. That's pretty good. So yeah, where is it? Oh yeah. So look, they handed this envelope to two old people, two very old people.
Huh. I'm learning a lot of things about this movie, but continue.
And they said, "Here, go read. You've been here all night. You have seen that they have already presented the award for Best Actress. Now go out there, take this envelope, and present the award for Best Picture. You got it? Good. Now get out there, you old so-and-sos." So they do a little shtick, as Beatty and Dunaway are wont to do. And then Beatty opens the envelope, looks at the envelope, strains his eyes because, as previously mentioned, he's an old man.
He's an old man.
But he does make out the words, Best Actress, Emma Stone, La La Land.
La La Land.
So he looks to his female counterpart and is like, what do you think about this, Faye? He looks to Faye. He looks back at the envelope. Faye looks at the envelope. She looks to Warren. And Faye, to her credit, the consummate professional, is a show must go on kind of gal.
Yeah.
So instead of perhaps glancing backstage and saying, "Hey, you sure this is right?
Yeah.
Do you have another envelope?
Might be a problem here.
Why did you make two envelopes of this? That seems like a weird move anyway."
It's also a weird move.
But the show must go on, and there's only one movie name written on that card. Now, granted, there are other words written on that card in bigger font. But there was only one movie, and it said La La Land, and God damn it, she said La La Land. And that's a movie that should have won because they had more white people. And that's the end of this podcast.
Good night.
And that used to be the biggest disaster at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Simpler times. Better times. Did you know that Aaron Sorkin did a lot of uncredited work on the script for this movie?
I bet he does that, or at least did that on a lot. Yep. I bet he did a lot of like the dramatic version of Patton Oswalt comedic Punch Up.
Yeah, probably.
That seems like a Sorkin thing. But yeah, I could see that. What other any other fun facts?
There was apparently a sequel in development called Bulworth 2000 that was going to be satirizing the 2000 presidential election, but was canceled.
Because they realized that was lame?
Fuck was used over 111 times in the movie.
Really? I don't remember that many fucks. Remember a couple of other words. What else you got? Were you waiting for me to say the other words?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to keep jibber jabbering so that I can.
So you can curate your fun facts.
Yeah, you know.
You better give me one more good one, or else that's it.
Well, do you want to talk about the fact that Ennio Morricone was the composer?
Oh, that is worth talking about.
And according to this... I lost it because I went too far back.
Oops.
Many objected against Warren Beatty hiring composer Ennio Morricone to write the score for the film.
Because?
One of the reasons was his hefty fee of $1 million. But Beatty eventually won out over his producers. Despite all of this, Morricone only has a little more than 10 minutes of his complete score featured in the final cut of the film, which was largely dominated by rap music.
I was going to say, because the entire movie was this soundtrack.
Morricone was not pleased with the end result of the film and what Beatty had done with his score.
Morricone, shut the fuck up. You got $1 million
for 10 minutes.
That's 2% of the way to Little St. James.
Absolutely, you dead old coward. Except for you're one of the greatest composers of all time, and it's very weird that you're on Bulworth.
That was you had a real walk back on that one. You dead old coward. Except actually, I love you, and you made the music for some of my favorite movies.
You've made some music for some of the movies I love the most.
But also, you are a dead old coward. That's a pretty good fee.
Yeah,
I don't think he died poor.
He did not. No, absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
He made so much money. He had 542 IMDb credits as a composer.
Holy shit.
Let alone like the other random things he had for like scoring and a couple actor things.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
it was the third and final of 3 cinema movie collaborations of Jack Warden and Warren Beatty. They were in a lot of movies together in the 70s.
It was A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and Bulworth. Those are the 3.
No, not Morricone.
No, I know. I was just having fun.
Oh, you're...
I was japing around.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Ignored.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got anything else, or?
As far as like cool statistics, nope. There's lots of cameos, but we'll talk about those when we get to them.
There's one I was very happy they did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, the one that he gets called earlier in the movie. Yeah.
I was psyched about that.
Yeah, I was hoping that there would be
Did it
more
say Warren Beatty was actually
a
gay?
lot of actors on set were very mad about the use of the N-word, but I guess nobody cared, so we're just gonna move on.
It was 98.
It was 98. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Honestly, one of the best years.
Yeah.
Like, culturally, most music and movies were bad, but it was a nice time to be alive.
I was 12. I was a year away from discovering masturbating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Masturbating.
That's where you
shoving things up my ass.
That's where you masturbating old men into come hither and then you kill them.
Oh, and then to come hither and then you jerk off in front of them.
Hey, there's good money in that.
Absolutely. Don't need to tell me twice.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good year.
Yeah. I'd be fine. I'd be fine with 98 forever.
Sure.
I got zero problem with that. Just like anything close to but not at 9/11, nice time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the years leading up, a real sweet spot. You got SmackDown was premiering. Kevin Spacey was winning every Oscar.
Yeah.
It was great. Those are the days.
Kevin Spacey didn't have to use being gay as a defense.
No.
And then make weird videos afterwards.
Well, that's the only reason I'm glad it's not 1998. Because if it was 1998, then we wouldn't have Let Me Be Frank, the best video in the history of YouTube. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to use it as something to ground me because you get caught up in current events and you're like, Will Smith is the most unhinged maniac in Hollywood. Hold up. You might need to revisit Let Me Be Frank.
Wait a minute.
Now that's a movie.
Yeah.
So, Bulworth. We're talking MCMX. Oh, I'm having an absolute aneurysm. MCMXCVIII. I think the longest Roman numeral year you can make up to the year 2000. Quote, nope, untrue. The 1800s. 1888 would be the longest. You get MDCCC L XXXVIII 1888, the worst year
of our lives.
The worst year of our lives. Hey,
that's when we're recording
we found
this
the
podcast.
year. It was 1888. The Gilded Age.
This whole time it's been 1888.
Gilded Age, my ass. Complicated Roman numeral age, more like it.
Bam, got him. You struggled through that one.
Yep. I don't feel good now. Take it away. Give us the whole plot synopsis and I'll jump back in at the end. Okay, I love where this movie starts. An anti-welfare, anti-affirmative action, Democratic California senator.
Yeah.
That's a move.
There's going to be one, and it's this guy. It's Bulworth.
Like, what was the...
Remember the one time they had a Republican and it didn't work out so well?
It did not work out so well. Never again.
Never again.
Just own being liberal elite.
Yeah.
Anything
Don't
else
pretend
is a bad
you're
look.
not. Don't pretend you're not. You know
don't
you
pretend
are.
You're one of the people. If you live on the beach, you don't get to vote the same as farmers.
That is true. Life's a beach.
It's life's a beach, guys. Now, talk about the beach on Little St. James. Now, that's a beach.
That's a beach. The most beautiful beach in the world.
God damn it, I want that island. Jesus Christ, I've never wanted anything more. I want a car first and that island second. That's it. Then I'm done. I will ask for no more. If you give me those two things, I swear to God, I'll never ask for anything else.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it. I'm good after that. PayPal.me/NotScottHansen. Give me a car and an island.
A car in that island, not in your island.
That island. So they'll take the offer for 50 for the one.
Absolutely. They have to.
It's more than a third.
I don't think anyone else would touch it.
No, everyone else is going to be real prudes about it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, all these kids got fucked here. I'm like, yeah, guess what?
Yeah, but not anymore. Sometimes.
Mostly not anymore. You know what? Let's be honest. The party's not over at Little St. James. Let's pick it back up. Let's have round 2. But I have some design ideas for the temple. So, and it would be it would be a shame if I never got to see that realized.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to make a horror movie where people sneak on to Little St. James and it's haunted by the ghosts of the little kids.
Ooh. Or, hear me out, some Brooklyn cunt needs
some Eastern European, big nose, curly hair,
chin mold, needs to make a horror movie about buying an apartment, which was one of Epstein's, I don't know, black sites. Mm-hmm. And then one of them gets possessed by the girl that Prince Andrew fucked, even though she's not dead. and then you make the title of it grammatically incomprehensible.
Eastern Europe, Scott.
Eastern Europe. You're on notice.
Big nose.
Big nose. All y'all. Unacceptable. Oliver Platt is in so many movies.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, I love him.
I love him too.
He's great.
He's everywhere. I like him.
Jimmy King.
Bulworth. A third example.
Lake Placid.
That's a good one.
You know what? Lake Placid actually has a really great cast. Because not only does it have Oliver Platt, but it also has Brendan Gleeson.
It does.
Who is one of my favorite actors.
Does it have Elizabeth White?
Elizabeth White.
Yep.
James
Corden? Your favorite celebrity?
It has, is it a Paxton or is it...
A Pullman?
A Pullman. It's a Pullman.
It feels like a Pullman.
It's a Pullman. It's a Pullman.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Paxton R.I.P. Pullman all good.
Also R.I.P.
Oh.
They're both dead.
You killed the Bills?
They're both dead.
Kill Bills?
Kills Bills.
I guess Paxton was Kill Bill Volume 1. and Pullman is Volume 2. Pullman's good on a TV show.
Nope. I don't think so.
Okay. USA's The Sinner.
Uh-huh.
Check it out.
I don't believe it. What about Big Love? Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Is it still a thing? They're still filming new episodes?
I feel like that was 15 years ago.
Probably. That's the only Bill Paxton thing I could think of.
Big Love. That was Sister Wives?
Yeah.
HBO March 2006 to March 2011.
Huh.
5 seasons.
Congratulations, Big Love. You did it.
The composer for season 2.
Ennio Morricone?
David Byrne.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Interesting.
Huh. Oh, that's the end of interesting things about Big Love.
And podcast over.
So Paxton got to smash Jean Triplehorn, Chloe Sevigny, Jennifer Goodwin, the titular Judy Hopps, and Douglas Smith. Maybe I should watch this show.
Huh. I think it's kind of boring, isn't it?
I think it is kind of
boring. Like a boring drama.
Yeah. But he's got 3 wives. Can you even?
How many episodes of Shameless have you seen?
I have never seen
all of them, even though there's like 16 seasons.
I have seen 0 episodes of Shameless, and I am going to go on record that there are 11 seasons. Shameless American television series. 11 seasons. You're welcome. Is it done
Oh.
or is it ongoing? No, original release January 2011 to April 2021. 11 and done.
Ah, we lost it.
A nice tight series.
Lost it.
People like it.
I've never seen it. All I know is Emmy Rossum shows her tits a lot, and I think she's really hot. So
That's not bad. And do people like the British one? The British one also did exactly 11 seasons.
maybe that's why.
Do
they just do
is the American
plot for plot, episode for episode?
a shot-for-shot remake of the
pretty
British?
good. I like it.
That would actually be insane.
Yeah.
To do an 11 season shot-for-shot television
Don't change
remake.
any of the dialogue or locations, even though you're in the U.S. with American actors.
Use all the British slang.
They all say cunt.
That would be
I don't even know what it's about. Like
nuts.
poor people and drugs? And banging?
I think they're... What is Shameless about? I think they're poor. Do they pretend not to be poor, or am I just confusing that with Keeping Up Appearances?
You know as much as I do.
The series depicts the poor, dysfunctional family of Frank Gallagher, a neglectful single father of 6. He spends his days drunk or in search of misadventures, and his children learn to take care of themselves. The show's producers sought to distinguish this production from the previous American working class shows by highlighting how Frank's alcoholism and drug addiction affect his family. The show's creator said, "It's not My Name is Earl or Roseanne." Okay, good. What else is it not? Is it also not America's Most Wanted? Is it also not Teletubbies? It's got a much graver level of poverty attached to it. Oh, it's the poorest show. It's not a little bit poor.
It's not just poor.
It's real ass poor.
It's dirt poor.
Yeah. It's not blue collar, it's no collar. And that's where Scott stopped reading. Because enough of that.
Bulworth.
I have no problem with African Americans. I have no problem with these people. You might have a problem with these people if you say that. But Paul Sorvino said that.
I believe he also said that they were lazy, welfare taken, drug dealing, rap singing punks.
Smoking crack and getting AIDS? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
a good line.
Well, I was going to say that was a tough one. No. But sure, we'll go with good line.
There's something really ballsy about an old white man writing this movie, like, I don't want to say like satirically because it's not, but like
he's like sort of I don't know what to call it.
He's like, here's all of the like the stereotypes and like racial jokes that are made about these people.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write it because it's real.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say them.
Yeah, there's something kind of weird about that.
It is kind of weird. But yeah, so Bulworth's a senator up for re-election.
Yeah.
Election day is like 2 days away, 2 or 3. And he's sitting, watching his 30-second commercial spots on loop, weeping, having not eaten or slept in days.
He's slipping through channels too.
Yeah.
Comes across a Ricky Steamboat Ric Flair match on TV.
Yep.
Then some Simpsons. And then some other...
I'm like, let's just watch what he's watching. You're 2 for 2 with things I'd like to see. So I don't know if I need to watch this movie. Has there been a movie about someone just watching TV?
Yeah. Human Centipede 2. Second sequence.
True.
The guy sits there and watches television of the first movie. That is canon inside the second movie.
It's no final sequence.
No.
I've only seen one.
But those aren't stitched together. Those are just like weird harnesses that go behind your head and around the hips in front of you.
It seems like a real cheat.
It is a real cheat. Boy, you're gonna sew 300 people's mouths to butts? That's impossible.
If I'm completing a trilogy, yes, I am. I'm sewing 300 mouths to butts.
All right.
And butts to mouths.
All right. And butts to butts.
And butts to butts.
Poop into each other's butts.
Ooh, that's the dream.
That's the dream.
Some sort of perpetual motion
machine. Mouth to mouth.
Mouth to mouth.
Sewn mouth to mouth.
Forever French kiss?
Forever French kiss.
Oh my God.
Mouth to mouth and tongue to tongue all stitched together.
Ugh. Yucky.
Yeah.
That's a tough...
With a woman.
Oh, okay. Now that's a horror.
Now you're pushing the limits.
Now you're pushing the very fabric of reality. So he's doing his last few days campaign shit.
Yeah.
And he goes to see an insurance man, Paul Sorvino, who says just all the racist things you could think of and why they shouldn't insure black people, period.
Yeah.
Basically. And how he wants... What did Sorvino actually want? He wanted...
There's a bill up for welfare.
It was always something on the pro-welfare side of things.
Yeah.
That somehow affected insurance companies.
It was like maybe not welfare, but was it like access to drugs or
just something like
some
that. Kind
of medical expense that would have benefit poor people, so they wouldn't have to pay as much to get their medical needs.
Yeah, like some kind of Medicare thing.
Yeah,
basically. And Sorvino's like, hey, why don't you go ahead and tie this up in committee and have it never happen, and the rich can get richer and the white can get whiter. And Bulworth is like,
he's Italian and that's not really white.
It's not that white. I've seen whiter.
Yeah.
Also, not by face but by name, I always confuse Paul Sorvino and Chaz Palminteri.
Oh, no.
I know. Look, Drew, this is me. I know.
Okay.
This is me knowing. See, look at my face.
Fine.
I know.
Okay.
It's just one of my brain problems.
Paul Sorvino is in one of my like low-key favorite like guilty pleasure movies.
Draft Day.
He's the no, but it's
Finding Dory.
Also a sports movie.
Is it Finding Dory?
No.
Oh. Is it any given
Mr. 3000?
Mr. 3000.
With Bernie Mac.
Good one.
He's the manager of the Milwaukee
I kind of
Brewers.
confuse Mr. 3000 and Mr. Baseball by name as well, because they're both baseball movies
and they both have Mr.
that start with Mr. and it's very confusing.
But one's black Bernie Mac
and one's white Bernie Mac
and one's Magnum Pig.
Magnum Pig.
But yeah, I love that movie. He like doesn't say a word the entire time. He doesn't say a word the entire movie until Bernie gets hit 299 and the ump calls him out and he leaves the dugout in anger and goes and just explodes on the umpire. It's great. I love it. I'm going to go home and watch it. My evening is going to consist of Mr. 3000.
I like it. Hey, it's always good to have a plan coming off of the podcast. Last time it was a Scoob night.
Scoobs, and now it's Mr. 3000.
Now it's a Mr. 3000. Is a Magnum Pig. That's like a pig with a... Is that a thick hog with a thick hog?
That's a thick hog with a thick hog.
Love it.
Yeah, Magnum Pig.
Go to the store, give me some condoms. The big ones.
The big ones. Yeah.
Fucking right.
Right. Wonder if I look up on Twitter a hog with a thick hog, what'll come up?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Okay, you keep talking. I'm going to look up hog with a thick hog.
I'm going to look up huge pig dicks.
On Twitter.
So Sorvino says to Beatty, hey, why don't you go ahead and get this bill quashed? And Beatty's like, hey, no problem. Just give me a $10 million life insurance policy payable to my daughter. And Sorvino's like, more like 2. And Beatty's more like 10. And Sorvino's like, yeah, that's fine. Let's call it in the middle, 2.5. And Beatty's like, I'll murder you if you don't give me 10. And then he gives him 10. And look, honestly, every father should have the decency to take out a $10 million life insurance policy on themselves, payable to their daughter, and then hire someone to kill them. Because that's what Warren Beatty did, and I like it. So that's the oh boy, Drew has found something. Drew has found something that
the first picture.
That cannot be let me be clear, should be but cannot be the thumbnail for this episode. Let's see what you've got, Drew.
It's maybe the best thing I've ever seen. No.
That did not disappoint. Man, I wish that could be the thumbnail. So,
ow! I'm laughing so hard it hurts.
It's a pig, but the whole pig, besides the legs and tail, is a penis.
It's a thick hog.
It is. It's from a Reddit post. It says, Googled pig dick to settle an argument on pigs having corkscrewed dicks. Well, this dick is decidedly not corkscrewed. I'm straight as an arrow.
I'm gonna post it on Twitter with just the caption, a reference for Monday.
Okay, I like that.
So that when you're listening to this,
you'll know.
You can go to Twitter and see what I posted.
Where on Twitter should they go, Drew?
At Syrian Softball.
At Syrian Softballs. And at Scott Henson, if you... pardon me, that's how I lost $1 million on PayPal. At not Scott Henson on Twitter and not Scott Henson on PayPal.
KNOT.
Keep the not in there, or else some fucker in Carlsbad, New Mexico gets all the money, and even when I send him a nice message saying, hey, you got accidentally sent enough money to buy a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Look, I wouldn't want to give it all back myself, but could you give me back something? Zero response. Go to hell, New Mexico, Scott Henson. You are the worst person. That's my Jeep Grand Cherokee. And also, wouldn't be in this position right now. I'd have a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Nope.
Said I got fuck all.
Disappointment. Story of your life.
I'm going to can I say I'm going to firebomb Carlsbad, New Mexico on the podcast?
I don't think so. Try it.
I'm going... Oh, it feels weird when man, Jeopardy rules really make it easier. When I phrased it in a question, can I say I'm going to firebomb Carlsbad, New Mexico? That trips right off the tongue. But if I'm actually going to say I'm going to firebomb Carlsbad, New Mexico, it is harder to get out. It really is.
Yeah.
But let me be clear. I am. Let's see if we keep this puppy monetized. Are you looking at more thick hogs?
No, I'm just tweeting it.
Or are you just making your tweets?
I can't hold the microphone and tweet at the same time.
That's fair. We don't have the technology. So, so Bulworth is being filmed by like a small crew. The cameraman being a fairly bloated Sean Astin. He's looking pretty chonky.
I mean, this is sort of like becoming an adult Sean Astin.
Yeah, but like at this size, I see why the coach didn't put him in Rudy. I'm like, Rudy,
too fat.
Rudy, you can't play. You're too fat. You're not going to make a sack being that fat.
A sack. Everybody who makes sacks is fat.
Wasn't he a defensive lineman?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think Rudy was defense, wasn't he? Wasn't that the thing? He made a tackle or something? Or am I crazy and he just straight up, he was a wide receiver and he scored a touchdown? Rudy, film, 1990, whatever. Film, not film. It's an I. Rudy, film. 1993 American biographical sports film by David Anspaugh.
Hands paws? His hands are paws?
David Handpaws? Nice.
Guy's a dude dog.
Yes, a true dude dog. Daniel Rudy Rudiger. What fucking position did he be? Defensive end. He made a fucking tackle.
All right.
Don't laugh at me about sacks. I got it right. Correct reference. Written apology. And don't, you're going to say it. You're going to say, fuck you. Kill yourself. That's off the table. You can't say it. Now say something else. Say something nice. You gotta say something nice.
You have chicken legs.
That wasn't that nice. I've heard nicer. Look, if that's your nice way of saying my legs aren't fat, but are still very powerful, then yes, I accept your compliment and will emboss it on my business card. Now, where the hell were we? So What are you? Are you?
No.
How long could you be tweeting for?
I was looking at more pictures of hogs.
Okay,
but
that's what I
yeah. There was a lot of bestiality porn that's just available in Google image search. So you type in thick hog, and then you just kind of see what you got.
So the cameraman is Rudy, and then the
Rudy.
the team in the truck is the team of Bunk from The Wire and Aunt Jackie from Roseanne.
Yeah.
A poor show, but not the poorest show.
Yes.
I've been told.
Yes.
They're a fun team. And then I think the first stop is the Black Church, right?
Yep.
Or is there...
Well, no. So, yeah. So he's... Yeah, no. Yeah, that is the first stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's making the rounds. He's trying
in Compton.
Like Black Church, heart of Compton, and he's already put the hit out on himself. And and doesn't give a fuck.
No,
basically is where we're at. So he starts his same boring speech that he says every time, and is also the exact wording from his
commercials. Yeah,
and then he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm a Democrat. You're black. You're going to vote for me. What are you going to do? Vote Republican? Let's call a spade a spade. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I wrote, what are you going to do? Vote Republican? That's a great threat.
That is a great threat.
Like, because he knows they're not going to vote Republican.
I dare you to vote Republican.
They might just not vote.
They'll usually just not vote. but they're probably not voting Republican. So we say call a spade in a black church, and I think that's the worst thing he's going to say in a black church. And then he says, if you don't put down the malt liquor and chicken wings and get behind somebody other than a running back who stabs his wife, you're never going to get rid of somebody like me. Holy shit.
I liked the reaction faces of some of the people in the crowd when he said that. They were like, motherfucker, this honky ass white
mayo ass cracker ass
motherfucker.
That was bonkers.
That was great. That was awesome.
I liked it very much. And then Oliver Platt pulls the fire alarm.
Oh, yeah. Panic. That was his gay panic defense.
Absolutely. And then on to the next stop. The richer part of town, and the
with a different type of people that they've got a good amount of wealth to them, and they've
clientele.
They've got maybe safes hidden in their apartments or houses where they keep a lot of their valuables, and they breathe better out of their noses than their mouths.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. And I learned a fun tip from this, actually, which is if you show up late to a function primarily attended by said people due to your own erratic behavior and fire alarms and whatnot, if they're perhaps even perturbed at your tardiness, the surefire defense is just to mention anything about the West Bank, and they just melt. Just immediate forgiveness. That was great.
That was pretty good.
I was working on the new plan for the West Bank, and they're like, the West Bank.
Please come in.
Please. Well, I mean, we do it. Have some matzah.
Here's some gefilte fish.
So that was great, and then
you're kind of glad. There's one thing you missed, which is when he's at the church and he meets those like the younger hip black girls, and he's like, hey, y'all should come work for me. And they're like, yeah, I'd love a job. Oh, shit, daddy, I come work for you.
Yeah, two real enthusiastic chicken heads. And brooding yet slutty Halle Berry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which then I wrote, oh no, he caught jungle fever.
He did. And spoiler, he never shakes it.
Nothing like writing a movie.
Incurable jungle fever.
Nothing like writing a movie as an old white man.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I would like to be sexually intimate with the most attractive woman in the world currently.
That is, look, when you're Warren Beatty, you get to kind of call your own
I'm a
shots.
50-something-year-old man.
Warren Beatty, at the time of this movie, was 61.
Okay.
Halle Berry,
Like 23.
she said her age in the
26.
movie was 26. Was she lying? Halle Berry was... Really? Halle Berry was already 32 in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's like one of her first movies.
That does not seem like she's that old.
What were you doing in your 20s?
Dancing. Trafficking.
Yeah. Oh, she was in BAPS 1 year prior. So it was that. It was BAPS then Bulworth.
Okay. But what the hell did she do before acting? Dancing? Just backup dancer or something?
Looks like lots of
Hardcore pornography?
little bits. She was in live action Flintstones a couple years prior, playing the
Right,
part of
right.
Sharon Stone.
Yep. She was the secretary.
Funny. And yeah, just a few. Oh, guess what her first movie was?
Uh,
I will tell you, it's by Spike Lee.
Jungle Fever.
It was Jungle Fever.
Yeah, I think I knew that actually. That's on my upcoming to watch list.
I guess Warren Beatty
Saw that.
saw it,
Got it.
caught it,
And was like,
and he's like,
I would like to be sexually
I
intimate
would
with that
like
woman.
to have sex with her. Can I make that happen? Oh yeah, I can. I'm Warren Beatty.
Multiple Oscar nominee and award winner Warren Beatty.
And one-time real award winner and one-time lifetime achievement winner.
Yeah, there you go.
Good enough. I'm back on
And at this point, Hallie is like
I'm back on the Freddie Prinze page.
Oh my god, this is like peak Hallie too.
This is peak hot Hallie,
yeah,
for sure.
like, gorgeous.
She's very hot.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, she's honestly not bad at all now.
She's good now.
Continuing the talk of older women being attractive, Hallie now is still very hot.
Oh, she's great. No, I would say she peaked at Catwoman.
Yeah, the suit wasn't cat enough for me.
It had ears.
I need a Michelle Pfeiffer cat.
I need a Michelle Pfeiffer cat suit too, but it was the last Catwoman suit with ears.
That's true. Yeah,
We've done 18...
You can't just wear a toque that sort of kind of has points.
Or dare I say even worse in the Nolans, goggles.
Goggles.
What are you doing to me? What the fuck are you doing to me? Yeah, and then a balaclava with corners.
Am I supposed to nut to that?
No.
Exactly.
And look, I'm willing to nut to Zoe Kravitz.
Sure.
Just Zoe, be better.
Get the surgery.
Commit
to the role. Get the surgery.
Be better. Look, here's my promise to you, Ms. Kravitz. And actually, let me talk to your dad.
Lenny. Can I call you Lenny?
Only my friends can call me Lenny. Lenny, if I... No, you know what? I'm gonna speak it into existence. I'm a big proponent of The Secret.
Okay.
So when I am overpaid through PayPal more than the $50 million.
I'm sorry, I missed your PayPal. What was it?
It was paypal.me/NotScottHenson. When I'm overpaid more than the $50 million plus the cost of a new car for Little St. James Island, with every extra dollar, that will go towards your daughter's surgery. Now she can be in the Batman 2, and the Batman 2 can be an hour and a half long, and it can be hot.
Real hot.
Real hot. That's my promise. They bring in the girls. I think that is Lenny.
Put on your makeup.
Leonard.
Slowly.
Leonard Kravitz.
No, Leonard.
Hey, coolest guy in the world. Leonard Kravitz.
Sex icon Leonard Kravitz.
Leonard Kravitz, whose dick fell out at a concert.
Yes, it did.
And it was awesome.
And it was great.
Have I got a deal for you and your daughter? That's all I'm saying, okay? Let's make it happen, people.
How old's your youngest daughter?
How old? Yeah. My classic, in my years in the telecom industry, interviewing prospective new corporate clients for our
like minors?
for our like minors. I mean, there were some minors. For our cellular phone service, just getting the lay of the land for their company. What cell service are you currently on? How many cell phones are you currently managing? How old is your youngest daughter?
Too old.
Exactly. And then we know how much we need to pursue this.
Yeah. And then you could just treat it strictly as a business transaction.
Or leave.
Yeah. Or just kick them out.
Yeah.
Burn the building down. Go and kill their 2 old daughters.
Kill their old daughters. Firebomb Carlsbad, New Mexico.
So
damn.
at the rich party, the black girls he met at the church are now volunteering as valets for him.
Even though it appears they don't know how to drive.
I said, am I racist for assuming that those valet jobs were a front to steal cars and take them to their brother's chop shop? Because that's what I assumed was going to happen.
I didn't think that because I'm not racist, but now that you say it, it seems like you're not wrong.
Especially because they couldn't drive and they were driving like a fucking Maserati.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were going to take off with.
What does your Maserati do?
What does my Maserati do?
Mine does 185.
My Durango goes at 9 to 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So we leave
The rich party.
the West Bank.
The West Bank.
and
And they go to a nightclub.
yeah, all the girls have piled into the limo.
Yeah.
They're like, let's go to Frankie's.
Let's go to Frankie's.
And on the ride, Warren learns some cool slang. Some slang that I hadn't heard before, actually. Have you heard nappy dugout before? No.
But it's the 90s.
It is the 90s.
There's weird things.
But I was, dare I say, and this is going to come as a shock to you, I was maybe even blacker in the 90s than I am now. And I'm pretty fucking black now.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, you're a lot...
Yeah, let's say I was a kid in the 90s and not an old man already.
You're a lot blacker when you're a cub, and then when you get older, you develop more orange, right?
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. So I guess that's how it happened.
Did you notice who one of the bouncers outside the club was? It was a very early film role for Michael Clark Duncan.
MCD.
Yeah. R.I.P.
I didn't catch him, actually.
R.I.P. He has a couple lines. When they get there, he's the one that like doesn't want to let in Oliver Platt and them. And then,
Huh.
They're like, nah, Sugar there with us. And they're like, all right, go in. Well, that's my Michael Clark Duncan impersonation.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Gotta say, pretty good.
Yeah. R.I.P.
And then he spends the whole night doing coke, smoking weed, and dancing to jungle music.
To jungle music with jungle girls.
Including the iconic Ghetto Superstar.
Yep. In comes believable thug Don Cheadle. When I think of black gangster thug, I think of Don Cheadle.
I love it. When guys like that, and this is for once,
easy.
For once, not even a racist thing, but like classically trained guys,
like educated, non-hood.
Yeah, but same thing when like Peter Sarsgaard plays like a mafia henchman. I'm like, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
You went to Juilliard.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
exactly. You're like the most classically trained actor on the picture.
Yeah,
you're more classically trained than Warren Beatty is.
Yeah.
You have a higher education than the director.
It's really funny.
It is very funny.
I love Thug Cheadle.
Thug Cheadle.
So yeah, Hallie's brother owes Cheadle a bunch of money.
Yep. So she gets him out of there.
Yeah.
He's mad about it because he's a thug.
Yeah, he's thugging and bugging.
Okay, I did not say that last part, but so he gets confronted by. Well, first he gets confronted by her brother.
Beatty does, yeah.
Beatty does, where he then confronts.
Is this where?
This is where it happens.
Because I don't have the situation written down, but I do have. He said it, and then 7 exclamation marks.
Yes, because her brother thought he was trying to bang her at the church.
Also, her brother was right.
Oh yeah, of course. Is it Isaiah Washington?
He's trying to fuck your sister.
It's Isaiah Washington, right?
It's Isaiah Thomas of the
which one?
Detroit Pistons.
Okay, I was gonna say
senior.
The cool one.
Yeah, the cool one.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't play on the Dream Team with Magic Johnson for reasonable reasons.
For reasons that were very, very cool and chill at the time, and still now.
And still cooler now than ever, dare I say.
Dare I say?
Was it Isaiah Washington? Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
As Darnell.
So he's like mad that she's hitting on his sister, and he's like telling him to like, chill. And he goes,
"Oh, you think you
a word that Scott and I aren't allowed to say because we're not the right ethnicity?
You think you a word that Scott and Drew only say in the car?"
In the safe space.
Yeah.
And Warren Beatty, a 60-year-old white man who's the writer, director, producer, and star of this movie. This movie is his movie.
A man who was 30 during the Civil Rights Movement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Says the exact same word that Scott and I are not allowed to say because
except in the car
in the safe space. Right back to Isaiah Washington.
No hesitation.
Fucking
respect.
I will say, he says it with an A at the end, not a hard R.
Soft A. Everyone's happy.
And that's why it's cool.
Yeah.
That's why he's cool with it. Because he's like, oh, okay, respect. You said the word, but you didn't say it hateful. You said it cool.
He did say it cool.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Absolutely.
And then I wrote, I like that Warren, like, hip, like thug dancing in the club is exactly how I dance when I'm trying to dance.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm that white that a guy pretending to be black dancing is how a white guy dances for real.
Yeah. Oh, and for foreshadowing later, the woman working the bar or whatever at the club, she's like, "Oh shit, you Clint Eastwood." And he's like, no. She's like, no. And then the guy at the bar,
the owner of the bar,
says, nah. That's George Hamilton. And he never corrects him.
Yeah,
he's just
close enough.
Which is a fun callback later. And
old leather skin George Hamilton,
absolutely crazy skin. And do we
barely human?
So we leave the club in the morning, having partied all night.
He stays up the entire night. Halle Berry's character leaves.
Yeah.
Oliver Platt and the other guy are passed out on the couch.
Yeah, and goes straight to some kind of speech.
Straight to a...
Also, Christine Baranski's his bitch wife who cheats on him. Who cares?
But she's like barely in the movie.
Yeah, but she's the star. The connective tissue.
She's the connective tissue.
Between this and Reversal of Fortune. Without Christine Baranski, we do not get Dick Tracy.
We do not get Dick Tracy. Yeah, that's true. They're going to a benefit, but they're like, don't you want to like rest first? He goes, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And
this is, I believe, his fourth straight day awake.
He just
and not having eaten,
smelling like weed.
He's delirious.
And then when he gets there, he's like hugging everybody and like kissing people on the cheek.
And he starts rapping,
fucking babies,
and
then
kissing feet and hugging and fucking babies.
Yeah. He gets up on stage and it's like it's his opponent. Or it's another Democrat.
Is it the debate? I guess it was the debate, right?
Isn't the debate
or the debate's later? Yeah, it is. This is just some sort of press conference-y thing. Yeah.
Where he decides that he's going to spit the truth, but in rhyme.
Yeah. Is it partly because like that old I don't know,
ghost
Bagger Vance type?
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost?
I don't think he's real.
Oh no!
I think he's like a vision or like a spirit or
kind of. He's referred to at least in the subtitles as Rasta Man, which is weird.
Is he Rasta? No,
which is why I was a little confused by that in the subtitles.
Is he in Natural Vibes? No. Well then,
is he billed as Rasta Man, or does he? He is Amiri Baraka, not to be confused with Mortal Kombat's Baraka. Cool
Barack
Obama. Oh damn! Has anyone ever done like a Mortal Kombat Baraka and Barack Obama mashup? Well, that's my next search.
Google. Does Google know that Barack Obama and Martin Luther King are two different people?
Interesting question. Don't know the answer to that. Amiri Baraka, not his real name. He got real Nation of Islami. Born Everett Leroy Jones.
I like how angry that made you. Like the stain in your voice.
Read that. You could hear the eye roll.
Yeah.
Got real Nation of Islam. Yeah. Yeah. Born Leroy Jones. That's like Amiri Baraka.
Bad Leroy Jones?
Yeah. Briefly, the poet laureate of New Jersey.
Okay.
So he's like that kind of guy.
Are you Google searching it yet?
Hold on. Let's
Baraka Obama and just see what comes up.
Baraka. Now is it
Baraka
spelled...
X Obama.
Okay, so no C in Baraka. So Baraka Obama. Put it in quotation marks, so you have to give it to me as is. What do you got? Yes, it exists. That's sick.
Number 1?
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby. Boom, Barack Obama. Boom, Barack Obama. Boom, Barack Obama. Boom, Barack Obama versus Joe Radin. Boom, Barack Obama. Fucking sick. I've got my thumbnail.
Look at that one.
No, I'm just using the... Oh, this drawing.
No, over that one.
That
rules.
It's the what's the artist name? Shepard Fairey, the Shepard Fairey Hope poster, but it says fatality, and it's Obama with scary Baraka face.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh, the internet fucking comes through.
I love
Holy
you, internet.
Shit, absolutely nailed it. It is a tragedy that I'm just using the Bulworth poster when all of these are options. You just guys look it up yourself. Baraka, Baraka. Get the C out of there. Get the C out. Hey, that's something I usually find myself saying at a party at one point or another. Get the C out of here. Baraka Obama in quotation marks on Google image search. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
So good.
Yes. I am energized. Let's finish this fucking movie and go to bed. Together, JK, unless
you wanna.
What else is going on? So yeah, he raps at the whatever appearance, and then does he go to hang out with Halle Berry's entire extended family?
She's waiting. She meets him outside in the car.
Yeah.
Or like in the limo.
Okay, yeah. So the one other thing we didn't mention is there's a threatening man in sunglasses
who's just sort of appearing in the back.
Who's always in the background, and Beatty notices him a few times and like, oh, that's the guy here to kill me, and I don't know if I want to be murdered anymore.
I don't know. I don't know that he does that early.
Yeah, he's fine for a bit.
I think it takes a while before he's sort of like...
even when his plane first touches down, he's jumpy.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess even if you wanted to be murdered, you'd still be jumpy.
But I think the jumpiness is the anticipation of being murdered.
Yes, which is,
I don't know that it's like
natural.
I don't want to.
No. Yeah. It's the anticipation. So that guy keeps showing. Yeah, because I think Halle like drives the limo. Yeah, no, I think at this point he sort of doesn't want to be murdered because he's like, can we go somewhere safe?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Because he's kind of running away from this guy at this point.
Yeah.
So Halle...
Yeah, she goes, I know a place.
Yeah, so she takes him to her 3-room bungalow that appears to be inhabited by...
12 people?
The population of Liberia. And they're sort of like...
Okay.
Nah, it's cool. Liberia is the cool one. And so there's a bit of introductions and like... Everyone is just mentioning their dead mothers. I'm like, I have never heard of more dead mothers.
Is this a Disney movie?
Yeah, I think this scene was brought to you by Disney. Like, oh yeah, her mama passed in 83 and blah, blah. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally just wrote, that's a lot of dead mothers.
That's a lot of dead mothers.
And I think somewhere right around here, we have an actually pretty good twist / reveal that the reason Halle has been around is not just because she's a loud black woman like the other two.
Yeah.
But is in fact on the murder Warren Beatty.
She's the bait.
plan.
She was supposed to get him to go up to her.
She was supposed
his
to
room
lure him up to the room
at
where
the conference.
Yeah,
or the debate.
where the balcony railing had already been unscrewed by someone, and she was just supposed to get him up there,
yeah.
and that was her whole job.
But then it didn't happen because his aides wouldn't let him go up there with her because they're racist.
That's correct. Oliver Platt and Josh Malina of West Wing fame.
Sure,
I believe.
Sure. Is that a TV show? I've never heard of it.
It is a TV show, but it's by Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, but it's a TV show.
So it's almost a movie.
No, it's a TV show.
Josh Malina, who I describe as French Stewart without the fetal alcohol syndrome.
That's racist because he's part native.
Malina or Stewart?
Stewart. I don't know if that's true. He just kind of gives me a 1/8 vibe. Anyways.
One drop rule.
What?
Nothing?
That's the most racist thing you've ever said on this
That's
podcast.
Patently untrue. And then and then Hallie goes out after being on the phone with...
and she's going to the laundromat, she says.
Yes, and then Beatty decides to follow her to the laundromat and then runs into
some riffraff.
A team of I'll call them Coney 2012ers.
Nice.
A child army, at least one of whom, maybe multiple of whom, are my favorite kind of person in the world.
Shades no matter what.
There, you know what? I did make a note to myself of shades no matter what. I do like that, but my even favoriter kind of person is a 300-pound 10-year-old black kid.
Yeah.
I love those kids.
Yep.
I want one.
Okay.
We'll
get you one.
I'm gonna get one.
You got your car? You get the
island, Zoe Kravitz surgery.
Yeah.
300-pound 10-year-old black kid. And I do not know how I got onto it because I somehow acquired this information right before watching Bulworth, but the 300-pound 10-year-old black kid in another Halle Berry movie, Monsters Ball, is fucking dead.
And it surprised me.
He stayed that fat into adulthood, and his heart exploded.
You don't say.
I do say.
A real Yokozuna type.
A real Yokozuna.
A real Rodney Annoy.
If only we knew someone with the perfect proportions to do an accurate to life Yokozuna cosplay. But sadly,
there's no one.
It's just a beautiful dream.
No one exists.
One day we will find someone, man or woman, to do perfect Yokozuna cosplay, and I will not eat another morsel until I find them.
Scott, we found them.
Bucket of chicken. Yeah, so I love those kids. And I'd written earlier, the dude with the sunglasses following them is an obvious swerve.
Yeah.
The first time, sure, I'm like, okay, I guess that's the hit. And then they kept showing him like he's going to eventually catch up with them, and he's not.
And it's going to be something else.
And he's not going to kill him.
Yeah.
And spoiler later on, that's exactly what happens. He's a photographer.
Yeah.
He's a tabloid guy who wants to take a picture of Warren Beatty and a black woman. I'm not really sure why.
He's hired by Christine Baranski to catch him cheating.
Right. Yeah. He's a.
But then he's also the one that ends up shooting him.
No, he's not.
Wasn't he?
Paul Sorvino.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he and then took a picture.
He took a picture after he got shot.
Okay.
Paul Sorvino took the shot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's
spoiler. Movie's over. Bye.
Movie, bye. Yeah. So then the movie kind of slows down.
It slows down a lot.
Yeah. You're nowhere near your mic.
It slows down a lot. The fun stuff is kind of over.
It's kind of first half.
Yeah, and then it just sort of becomes like a regular kind of like dramatic political thing, which I guess makes more sense considering Aaron Sorkin's involved.
Yeah. So I guess like Beatty had the concept and wrote the first half and kind of ran out of steam.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
he was too busy producing and acting to do the rest of it.
Yeah. Then he's like, Sorkin, you can finish it. I don't really care. I've lost interest. But yeah, it's a fun movie, but I think it's better in concept than execution.
Yeah, like if it had just stayed the first half the whole movie, then you're talking great movie.
Yeah, but it doesn't so much, unfortunately. But at what was the deal? So his clothes remained at the laundromat because he ran through like a fountain, running away from sunglasses guy, hitman / private eye. And so he borrows some clothes from the Halley household.
The Halley house.
And is all streeted up. And
with a toque and sunglasses and a hoodie and baggy pants.
Yeah. Do people still do like the loose toque look? The toque that like 90% of it is like above your head?
I don't know.
I don't see that much.
I don't see it very often.
Yeah. And most people are saying, what the fuck is a toque?
Yeah.
A beanie.
Nope, it's a toque.
It's a toque.
Toque.
Yeah,
Talkway.
Spelled exactly like it sounds.
Talkway.
Talkway. Exactly. You talk way too much.
You talk too much. Boy, you never shut up. I say you talk too much.
So he goes to another function in his street club.
He goes to a television interview.
Yeah.
Where he
walks past George
Hamilton as himself.
I'm like, awesome. Glad that was in there. You won me back for a minute, movie.
He then goes on air with like a woman who's asking him questions.
Yeah.
And he just raps the whole time.
Sure does.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Where he does a rap about Saddam Hussein.
Yes, he does.
Which is very funny.
Yeah. About being indentured to the
Iraqi oil fields or something.
It's good stuff. It's a good thing. Well, I was going to say it's a good thing Saddam didn't do anything after this movie was made, but Saddam didn't do anything after this movie was made, but that didn't stop us from hanging him.
Well,
I mean, he probably wasn't nice.
No. At least he got hung and not stabbed in the butthole and then beaten to death and then I lost what
happened.
I don't know. Getting stabbed in the anus.
Yeah.
And then beaten to death and then revived and then hanged.
Or fake killed and thrown in the ocean with no pictures.
Yes, or fake killed.
All good options.
Poor Momar.
Poor Momar.
Face turn.
Guys,
I'm really cool and fun. You just need to get to know me better.
We're all friends here.
Hey, France, you want to come over? I'm having a slumber party.
Check out Tyrant Talk from our off week in the midst of the all requests. The one between the 4th and 5th. So the
6th and
7th. Is that right?
Yeah. Because 7-8 was one episode.
No, 5th and 6th. Because last year we did 1 and 2.
Oh,
this year 3, 4, 5, 6
in total.
Yeah. So between 5 and 6. So some excellent Tyrant Talk. Mm-hmm. If you want to hear in graphic detail about Muammar Gaddafi getting raped with a sword,
with an X-Acto knife.
X-Acto knife. That's right.
A box cutter.
Yeah. Jesus
in
Christ.
His anus.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's very good stuff.
Strong material.
They eat the poo-poo.
Raps on the interview. A big lighting rig almost falls on him.
Yep.
And that's the end of it.
And then he has a kind of a freak out about it and runs.
Yeah.
And then Larry King is backstage.
Yep.
And he's talking to Oliver Platt about how this is like super progressive. He's like the talk of the town. And Oliver Platt goes like, well, I've been telling him to say that.
This is my idea.
I can't believe he's finally listening to me when I told him to say all these things about, you know, the black community and like...
the what community? Sorry.
So then Larry King wants to get him on his show. So it turns out that everybody was so afraid that what he was doing was ruining him.
But he's actually crushing.
And he's actually like 11% write-in as a presidential candidate, as an independent, if he were to run.
Yeah.
So not only is he running for Congress to stay in Congress for the
Senate
for California, but now people want him to run for president.
Yeah. Because he's
telling the truth.
He's so cool.
He's dropping truth bombs, baby.
And N-bombs. And wearing sunglasses the whole time.
One N-bomb.
One. Made it count, though.
With a soft day.
It was.
I would have given him so much more credit if when he went to the press conference with all the white people, he had said, "What's up, my N-words with a hard R."
I like that.
And then I'd been like, "This movie's the greatest movie I've ever seen."
Like say that sentence in your head, hard R. That it feels very rough to say. What's up, my hard easy. I'll say it every day.
Say it right now.
I'll say it every day.
Today's a day.
Today is not a day.
You could say it today.
Today's April Fool's Day, ergo opposite day, ergo the one day I don't say it.
Okay.
Ipso facto.
Story checks out.
You must have quit. But that's a tough one, hard R.
Yeah.
That's I saw and heard a guy say that upon his entrance to a party attended primarily by furries, and he's a big fat piece of shit white guy, kind of like worst case Scott.
Drew Cordero?
No, Drew Cordero's cool. And
I like his choice in Age of Women.
Me too. Walks into the party, says, "What's up, hard R's?" And there is
a hard R there.
Female hard R standing, had to be 4 feet from him. And it's the closest I've ever come to committing suicide out of awkwardness. I'm like, I wasn't involved in this. I'm a complete third party, but I want to die.
I want to not be in this environment.
I want to not be here anymore. It was truly horrific, honestly. Yeah. She was very nice about it. Too nice about it.
I like being nice about somebody saying the R word.
Jesus Christ.
Hard R.
Yeah, it was a day.
It was a day.
It was sure a day.
Remember when Vince McMahon said it? That was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Except for he also said he said a hard A.
Hard A. He did. You really hit that A.
Yeah, he did.
Punctuated it.
While wearing a do-rag. In front of 2 black people.
Well,
one who's going into the WWE Hall of Fame tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're like, you guys are listening who don't know wrestling very. It's like, what was that in like the 70s? No, mid 2000s.
2007?
6, 7?
6, 7?
Yeah, in there. You know, the time it was still cool for old white men to say the N-word on national television.
What's up, man? You want some more breaking news as the news happens?
Dry insist.
Samoa Joe officially signed with AEW.
Sick. That's cool.
And I saw one other thing, but I don't know who it was because it refreshed too quickly. Samoa Joe showed up at the end of the Supercard of Honor.
Oh, cool.
To beat up Gresham. And
he's a lot bigger than Gresham.
He's very big, much bigger than Gresham. And
he's almost as big as Gresham's wife.
Bazinga.
Bazooper.
They just officially signed Wheeler Yuta to AEW. That was the other one.
I would have told you he was already signed, but here we are.
And Minoru Suzuki won the ROH TV title.
I mean, he's a fine champion.
Is he?
I'd kind of rather stick with one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, Rhett Titus.
One half of your favorite tag team of all time?
I guess it's All Night Express, baby.
All Night Express.
I guess it's okay if legendary Japanese wrestler Minoru Suzuki hangs on to it for a bit, as long as he loses it back to Rhett Titus.
I would say that's going to happen. Also, Joe looks terrible. His face looks like he's 95 years old.
Yeah, he's had some years.
His brains are mush.
Is he fatter than Keith Lee, or is no one fatter than Keith Lee?
No, he's skinnier than Keith Lee.
Okay. Then he's still got a chance.
But he is still fat.
Of course he was fat at his best. He was never not fat.
Oh, I
hope you guys are appreciating this news, by the way, in the middle of the end of Bulworth. It's WrestleMania weekend. Deal with it.
Gonna beat up Jay Lethal?
Okay.
I don't know. There's like Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt, and then Gresham's
Sanjay
laying on the
Dutt.
floor, and he's choking out Sanjay. Well, sucks to suck, Sanjay.
Sorry, Ritesh Bala,
Whoa!
who bought tapes from me.
Wow.
Yep.
Shoot government names. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Were they videos of himself? Did he get collection of the greatest Sanjay Dutt spots of FIP?
I think he did. I think he got stuff of himself.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
Alex Shelley got stuff of Kaz Hayashi.
That rules.
Big fan. Yeah.
What's his name? Alan Dershowitz?
Alan Dershowitz. What's Alex Shelley's real name?
Yeah,
Alan Dershowitz.
Alan Dershowitz?
Patrick Martin,
No, well, that's lame.
I do believe.
I want Alan Dershowitz.
I mean, we all want Alan Dershowitz, and if you want it, just watch Reversal of Fortune.
Where he's the hero.
Yeah, always is. Name a situation where Alan Dershowitz hasn't been the hero.
You're right. I can't.
Klaus von Bülow, hero. O.J. Simpson,
Hero.
Jeffrey
Epstein,
Epstein, hero.
hero.
Donald Trump, hero. 444.
4 for 4.
444. B44.
B4 for 4.
Best boy band. Because they're related and they fucked.
Just the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ultimate taboo.
Oh, just the cousin didn't get to
No.
play?
Brothers
Okay.
only. The ultimate taboo. That's all I care about. What's so wrong with it? You can't make a baby and your penises and buttholes and mouths are exactly the same.
They're built to match.
Yeah.
They're built to link up.
Yeah. They're clones.
Whose mouth is better built for your dick than your mouth? That's true. That's science.
That's science. You can't argue with science. Even Christian science will tell you that's right.
I have literally one more note for the movie.
Okay.
If you can't fuck Warren Beatty, fuck a Baldwin. Mm-hmm. Which Christine Baranski does at the probably
William.
Looks like a William.
It's a William.
It's a William.
It's a Billy.
It's Billy. We got him.
We got him. We got the least crazy, least murdering Baldwin.
That guy who didn't get psycho serial killer, Alec Baldwin. Speeding of, on movie set deaths.
Alec Baldwin's 2 for 2.
Future R.I.P. to, let's see if I can find it fast enough. Future R.I.P. to Bill Skarsgård.
Oh no.
AKA It, to star in the Crow reboot.
Aww.
So I hope you're not too attached.
Bill.
I don't like his chances.
Aww. That sucks.
Yep.
You know who was in The Crow
Brandon Lee?
3?
3.
I'm going to say 3. Hold on.
Steve Borden.
Don't tell him that Sting's coming to the pay-per-view. Tell him Steve Borden's coming to the pay-per-view. The Crow.
Good reference.
That was something that we stupidly referenced a lot.
Yeah.
The Crow City of Angels is the second one.
Mm-hmm.
The Crow 3
and
Salvation.
the last one that got a theatrical release.
Yep. The Crow 3 Salvation, starring noted seat filler Kirsten Dunst.
Beautiful.
And The Crow 4 Wicked Prayer, starring nothing but Asians.
NBA.
But I think the third...
Wait, is that what it... Hold on, that can't be what it stands for. Jeremy Lin. The other one. Nothing but Asians.
The third one has... Oh, I thought it was Wilmer Valderrama.
Fez.
But the only person in it that we know is Walton Goggins.
Walty Goggs. My man.
And the fourth one, I believe, stars a Jap, a Chinese, Tito Ortiz, Tara Reid, David Boreanaz.
Japanese. Hold on. How have we gone this long in our lives without saying Chinese, Japanese, Tito Ortiz? Look at these.
Edward Furlong, Danny Trejo. Man, everybody's in the fourth one.
It's pretty good. Why did you look at? Did you have some fun fact, or was one of the things you said a fun fact?
I thought Wilder Valderrama was
that your potential fun fact was that Fez was involved in a crow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, there's a crow TV show.
Of course.
There was one episode and got canceled.
I don't know if that makes it a TV show.
It got canceled after one episode.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. Anyways,
I'm out of notes. The last was
I'm also out of notes.
So the movie ends.
So the movie ends the way that we said earlier.
Did we say it? Oh yeah, we did say it earlier. So
he manages to actually get some sleep.
He gets some sleep. He wakes up. He puts a suit back on.
He's a
little more normal, a little less delirious.
Regular old white guy.
But
no more rapping.
No more rapping. But as he's leaving the flop house, he's like, "Hallie, you coming?" And then she just like stares at him like a bitch. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, "Oh shit," and then leaves. And then Hallie just shows up and like has sex with him on the sidewalk, which is pretty cool.
Just blows him, Brown Bunny style.
Just Brown Bunnies him like while there's a news team there.
Yep, fuck it.
Which is pretty cool. And she's like, "You know, you my hard R."
Yep.
No, probably soft A.
Soft A.
Yeah. Let's be reasonable here. And then the election has happened. He retains his senatorship by a landslide, and also got like a 15% write-in for president. And then Oliver Platt say like, "Hey, 2000, we can do it. It won't make the real 2000 election any stupider, so fucking why not?" And he's getting into his limo, and you see insurance man Paul Sorvino skulking on an overpass type thing, and then it's getting into the limo, and blam, blam, blam. And sunglasses man takes a quick snap from ground level, and they're like, "Shit, who shot him?" And they look up to the overpass. He's gone. But yeah, it's Paul Sorvino. He was mad that he did not
vote down the bill,
and pretty much throughout the whole movie, shit talked insurance companies.
Yes,
and all like corporate stuff and whatnot. And that's it. He's dead at the end of the movie.
He's got
what's up?
He's got
what?
You want to see Halle Berry's tits from Swordfish?
Drew, I would love to see Halle Berry's tits from Swordfish. Yeah, those are really good tits. Really good tits. That what's a Swordfish? What is that? A 99 to 2000? 2000
or maybe 2001?
Maybe 2000.
Without looking it up, if you can tell me any plot point of that movie, I'll give you $11 billion. I'll buy you Little St. James.
Swordfish. I feel like there's maybe some hacking.
I don't actually know. I just was hoping you'd say something absurd, and then I'd go, "You're an idiot."
2001. Hugh Jackman is in fact a cyber hacker.
Cool.
Who became notorious for infecting the FBI's carnivore program with a computer virus. And Stanley's parole...
Send this to all your friends. This is a computer virus.
Stanley's parole forbids him from accessing the internet and computers, while his ex-wife Melissa, an alcoholic and part-time porn star, has issued a restraining order against him. This also prevents him from seeing his only daughter, Holly. And also, Halle Berry and John Travolta are involved. The end.
Do you want to see Halle Berry's tits from Monsters Ball?
Nice. Can I see Billy Bob railing Halle Berry from Monsters Ball? I probably can. It's a big internet out there. Oh, no time wasted. Yes, I can. Thanks, Drew.
Well, who, I like that this was the Halle Berry sex scene from Monsters Ball real?
Did they have full penetrative sex?
Full penetrative sex?
The answer may surprise you. Absolutely. So I think we covered Bulworth. It ends sad. What are you going to do? Stay tuned next week. Drew, we get a whole week off. And when we come back after a week, we have to do one podcast. That's still going to be 4 hours long, but because we suck at this. We suck, but it feels good going in. And when have you heard that before? Fun going in, hell coming out. Exactly. A real Hellfest?
Yeah, Hellfest.
Yeah, we got it. I know movies. A big horror. I don't know if you know this about me. Big horror movie guy.
Yeah, you know you are.
Absolutely.
But what am I?
You and I. Sex.
You and I.
J.K. unless
Rafflecopter Simmons.
Rafflecopter Simmons. Look, it's time to end the podcast. I just want to give one more quick thanks to official sponsor of the podcast, Astroglide, lube for dogs. Keep chasing tail.